Plaintiff Rachel Jackson says she met the defendant while attending a massage therapy school, and they started dating. Rachel ended up having a child with the defendant, but they eventually broke up, and Rachel feels as if the defendant abandoned her and their daughter. Rachel's suing her ex for unpaid bills. Defendant Robert Jones says while he and Rachel were dating, they often smoked marijuana together, and he would even pay her for massages with pot. Robert denies abandoning Rachel and their child, and he says the only reason he didn't pay off the bills is because he never saw them.
Tell me what happened.
I met Mr. Jones in 06, and I was going to massage therapy school. I worked with his roommate, and that's how I met him. I went over and gave the massages while I was in school. And
Must have felt pretty good.
We dated for about 10 months or so. I found out I was pregnant, and then I thought I'd lost the baby. And I'd moved back home to Michigan at that point to be with my family and to just kind of deal with things. When I found out that I was still pregnant, I called Mr. Jones, and he said that he was going to fly out to Michigan and live with me and our daughter and be a family.
Okay.
He came out in June of 07, and our daughter was born in July. He didn't have a job at the time. He was having a hard time looking for a job, and I had to go back to work 7 days after I had my daughter. He didn't have a job for probably about 3 months at that point. And then...
What do you think the problem was with employment?
A kind of a lot that he wasn't actually looking for a job. He told me that he wanted to be a landscaper, and there was Romance Gardens was hiring for a landscaper, and he didn't want it because he didn't want to have to plow the snow in the winter.
Okay.
So he said he wouldn't take that job. My mom actually finally got him a job, and everything was going fine. And then in March, he needed to get some dental work done. And we went in, and he didn't have good enough credit, so we put the dental work on my bill.
All right, let's get some background from him before we go to the things that you paid for. Sir?
Well, Judge, we met in 2006 through my roommates, and she was practicing being a massage therapist, and the massages were very good. She was very good at her job. We continued our relationship. We started dating and stuff, and it worked out really well. Then she was having issues with the apartment she was staying at while she was being a maintenance person there during her massage therapy training. I kind of actually had a sign that there might have been some other issues with her. She was doing maintenance on a fridge. She kind of flipped out and started beating up the fridge. I didn't really know what to think about that then. Things went really well. She eventually moved in with me and my roommates. To be honest, we did smoke pot. It's basically how it kind of started with how we met. That's kind of what she was being paid to do her massage therapy, practice training anyway. Then things just didn't work out well with us. We're constantly fighting. And my roommates, they were constantly telling me, hey, we can hear you guys fighting all the time. It's just, little stuff. She eventually decided to move back to Michigan. Things were kind of settled. I did the time that she left, I quit smoking pot. And I didn't really hear from her for about 6 months. And then about that time, she gave me a call and said that she was 6 months pregnant. She wasn't really sure if she was going to tell me. I didn't want to. My dad was kind of the same way. He kind of just left us, and I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to change, the way my background was. So I quit my job. I packed up all my stuff and I moved to Michigan, just kind of dropping a dime.
How long did it take for you to get a job there?
It did take about 3 months to get a job in Michigan.
That's a reasonable amount of time. She acts like you were loafing around.
That was not true. We were constantly out. It was really hard finding work out there. It was just
3 months you're pretty good there.
Yeah.
All right. And your dental bill, did she put it on her bill?
Yeah, we went in for the dental bill. I didn't really want to do it. I was kind of scared of what the work they wanted to do.
But you did do it.
We did do it.
And she paid for it.
We both were paying. We were both paying for it.
How much did you pay?
She collected all my paychecks, and my paychecks went toward all our bills. We had a joint account.
Okay.
And we were both paying. She had some dental work done as well that was included on that bill.
Ma'am?
Yeah,
Obviously, the dental work isn't part of your lawsuit.
The dental work is the main part of my lawsuit.
How so?
we were dating, and he went in to get his dental work done, and they had to pull all of his teeth. And we ended up actually having to go and take him up to a separate city and have the work done. And when we came back, we were both paying for it when we were together. And then in about April of '08, he told me that Michigan was a crappy state and nobody there would ever make money, and the economy there was so bad that you can never get a good enough job there. And he wanted to go back to Washington because his old boss is going to offer him a $16 an hour job. And he said that it was worth
We're
it for
both
him.
from Michigan, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right? And we do all right, don't we?
I think it's great. I love Michigan.
And he's being sued about money, isn't he? Maybe he better come back to Michigan. Huh? Go ahead.
Well, he told me all that, and he said he wanted to go back to Washington, and he asked me if I wanted to go with him, and I told him I didn't. My family's all in Michigan. I'm from Michigan. I had a great job there. I didn't really want to leave. And he said he was going to up and leave. And he left, and he paid for the pet sitting fees. He paid for the cat 1 month.
Tell me about these other things he owed for.
He wrote up a contract before he left.
Let me see it. Saying
what he would pay for.
All right.
And he said he'd pay $10 a month for the caring of his cat, Rasta. And he paid the first month, and then the second month he told me to get rid of her because he didn't want to have to pay for her anymore. And he
This
wasn't
doesn't
gonna be
have
able
a
to take her
total
back.
amount, though, that would be paid.
It just says that he'd paid until the bill would be paid off.
Right. What is the bill? It doesn't say what the bill
I have a
is.
copy of the bill right here, too.
So where is it?
And it doesn't say how many payments he's made. Sir, what do you want to tell me about this agreement?
Here, I'll just...
Well, originally, after the dental work, which was a horrible experience.
The agreement, sir.
What's that?
The agreement.
Oh,
I know you're gonna find all kind of ways to say it didn't work and you don't owe.
I didn't make that up. I'm not a lawyer or anything, so I did the best I could. She didn't actually originally want to sign it. And I told her that we need to come up with some kind of agreement. The reason why there is no total amount of anything on there is because I never saw the bills. She was taking care of all the bills when we were living together. So I had no idea what the exact total was. I had a kind of an estimate of around $2,000, which was originally what it was. And we had plans that we were going to take them to court. I mean, they were so terrified when we came back into the dental office. They had a lawyer there because of what they did. They messed up really bad.
They were negligent in repairing your teeth.
Yeah, they just didn't communicate, I guess. Okay. And so we were going to take them to court, but it just never. Without my name on any of the stuff, I couldn't do anything about it. So it was kind of up to her.
Robert Jones acknowledges that the following bills are his responsibility because they are for his dental work. Is this, you wrote this?
I don't remember.
I wrote that, but he signed it. And then I have these papers that are the total amount that he's paid so far.
And this is the dental work.
Yes, that's the actual bill.
Do you want to see his teeth?
I'll let you look and you can tell.
I have two papers that say when he paid and how much he paid.
Okay, let's see
It's
that.
left.
Did you sign that?
I just signed it, yeah.
Let's see what you have.
The thing was, I was,
Balance of $34.13. You act like you never knew how much it was. And it says right here, and you said you signed it, $4,100 is your judgment. It's written in stone. He signed these agreements, and yet he played like he didn't know today. I don't know how much it was. Yet you signed an agreement saying exactly how much was owed. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.